Hello. We're going to do solving equations with a single variable on each side, but with distribution. So this is now the 8th grade level of this. And let's look at this problem. So you've got your title, you've got your essential question written out, and you've gotten the 3 steps that I've gotten, or the 4 steps. Maybe it's 10 steps. I don't even know because I haven't written the steps yet. But that's all on your paper first. Then you're writing your first example here. So we got example 1, EX period 1. Now, as always, while you're watching this, you can pause it. If I'm going too fast, you can rewind it. If you don't understand me, that's always available to you. So let's just do this. The first thing we're going to do, of course, is we're going to distribute. So that's 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times 8, positive 8, is 40. Next thing, we want to get rid of one of the variable terms to eliminate a variable term. Let's get a better marker. Let's go with orange.
I think I told you not to use that one.
Shut up. So I'm going to take 3x away from both sides. That's going to keep my variable term positive. Okay, my 12 is just going to fall down here. My equal sign is going to fall down here. 10 minus 3 is 7, leaving a 7x. And my plus 40 just tags along. Then we eliminate a constant. Now we're down to a 2-step, right? It's just a 2-step equation. This is our home base. So we're going to subtract 40, subtract 40. Now I made a thoughtful choice there to subtract 40 from both sides. I don't want to subtract 12 because then I'm moving things toward that variable. What I'm trying to do is take things off of this so I can get down to x equals something. So 40 minus 40 is 0, leaving us 7x. And 12 and negative 40. More negatives than positives. How many more? There are 28 more. 28. We find the difference between the two. And whichever one's further from 0, that's where the sign is. Now we're down to our last step. We got our 1 step. We want to eliminate that coefficient. Divide by 7, which is going to give us 1x. And divide by 7, which is going to give us negative 4. Woo! Now, let's check it. What I'm going to take is I'm going to take my negative 4. I'm going to bring it right back up here and put it in for x. And I'm going to go right back up here and put it in for x. Where's my eraser? And then I'm going to check it. So just next to this or below it is where your check is going to go. So I'm going to rewrite this as 3 times plus 4 equals 5 times 2 times plus 8. And just to highlight that negative 4 going in there, here's my negative 4. And here's my negative 4. I wrote it kind of tiny. And then I'm going to simplify inside because these are now like terms. So I have like terms in here. Yay! That does not say germs. Like terms. So now I have 3. This is going to work out interestingly. 3 times negative 4 and positive 4 is 0. And 5 times, well, 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. So that's negative 8 plus 8. Uh-oh. There's no uh-oh. What am I saying? 3 times 0 equals 5 times 0, which means 0 equals 0. Cha-ching! And that checks. So our 5th step was check. That's pretty easy. We're going to do 2 more. And these problems, you're going to see, they get bigger. So when you're working on these, work them in very simple fashion, 1 line at a time. You're going to move vertically down the paper. Each time you do it, you should start to see kind of an inverted not an inverted, it's a v, and you get down to that solution right there, down at the vertex of that v. So here's this one. This one is negative 8 times 5y minus 3 is equal to 4 times 6y minus 10. Look back at my finger here. Distribute. Now, whenever I see this, a coefficient and a quantity, I'm going to distribute. That's what I should be thinking whenever I see that. It means distribute. That's what we want to do. So, negative 8 times positive 5 is negative 40y. Negative 8 times positive 3, or well, I'm saying the answer in the question. Negative 8 times negative 3 is positive 24. 4 times 6y, 24y. 4 times negative 10 is negative 40. Eliminate a variable term. I'm going to add 40 to both sides. I have a choice, but I'm going to add 40 to both sides just because my variable term will be positive then. Leaving me 24 equals 64y. And those of you looking ahead, you can kind of see what's happening here. Let me get my purple. Purple. Oh, I forgot to put the minus 40. Minus 40. Okay, so then I'm going to add 40 to both sides. Plus 40. Plus 40. That's going to give me 64y equals 64. Divide by 64. Divide by 64. Y equals 1. And notice my variable stayed on the right. I didn't flip it around. This doesn't always have to be a variable equals a constant. It can be this too. This is perfectly fine. Now we're going to check it. So here's my little cloud. I'm going to march that up to that y. I'm going to march it up to that y. Let me get my eraser. And here we go. Negative 8 times 5 times 1 minus 3 equals 4 times 6 times 1 minus 10. You should do it just like that. So as you do these, start on the left and write it out. And then go down a line and write it out. So first thing, I'm going to multiply inside here. Negative 8 times 5 minus 3 equals 4 times 6 minus 10. Negative 8 equals, or negative 8 times 2 equals 4 times negative 4. You can see it now, right? Negative 8 times positive 2 is negative 16. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. Couple ammo. We got it. Now this last one, we're going to move the equal sign around. I'm getting kind of hot in my hood, but I'm sticking with it. I'm gonna persevere and get to the end of this with this stupid thing on my head. It was funny at first, but it's not working out for me now. Kind of a weird life choice, the hood. I forgot to write example 2. I will not forget this time. Example 3. Now this is where seeing where we're at. How much time are we at?
9 minutes.
9 minutes!
Get moving, less talking.
Ah! Stop the funny! Just do the math. Okay, so this is going to look a little different. 3x plus 1 minus 2 times the quantity, 5x plus 3 equals 14. Pay special attention to this. So not every problem should look the same. Not every problem will look the same. And in this, notice that that equal sign is here. We don't actually have both variables on either side. Both of those single variables are on the same side. So first thing is still distribute, giving us 12x plus 4. Ooh, Now, this is important. This is telling me it wants the opposite of everything after it. So if I cover that up, let me wipe this off for a second. There we go. So if I cover this up here, bloop, it's telling me it wants the opposite of everything that's beyond that. So when I take this down, it says it wants us to distribute -2 to everything. Okay, so this -2 times 5x is -10x. -2 times +3 is -6. And my 14 just travels down. Now we're just combining like terms. So let's look at our like terms. I've got 12x and -10x, which gives me 2x. I've got +4, yoink, and -6. When I put those together, I've got -2. And like I said, here's our equal sign just traveling down, and our 14 coming along with it. And now we've got a two-step, we're right back in home base. Right? Add 2 to both sides. 2x equals 16. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 8. And we're good to go. Let's check it quickly. Don't be crazy, Mr. Romanovich. That goes there. That goes there. That's going to be part of your test. If you can do that singing part, you're going to have to record yourself, and you're going to have to stop at the jokes. We got to get to the end. Good God, man. Let me erase this so you're working now just a little bit below. I'll put my 8 in, which gives me 4 times 3 times 8 plus 1 minus 2 times 5 times 8 plus 3 equals 14. I can't stress enough how much those parentheses matter, because they're going to help you compartmentalize what's going on in the problem in your brain and not let the paper fool you. So take the time to be technically correct when you're writing that stuff. Now let's do the math in here. 4 times 24 plus 1 minus 2 times 40 plus 3 equals 14. 4 times 25 minus 2 times 43 equals 14. 100 minus 86 equals 14. 14 equals 14. Boom! All right, make sure you take a photo and upload it. This is what we expect. Look at that math. It doesn't take long, if you're not joking around. It doesn't take long, but you see how that kind of V happens, and you get down to a solid answer that proves everything that you did. Good luck.